As he made his way across the steel cable, he ran into a problem far worse than plummeting off the bridge to his death. The cops in front of him were trying to talk him down, their urgent voices making it seem like he could plunge into the abyss at any moment. But he just flashed a slight smile, and before their astonished eyes, he raised his balancing pole and quickly spun around. He'd changed direction again, each movement smooth and flawless. Two officers tried to grab him but came up empty-handed. The man didn't even flinch and kept moving forward. This time, he was even more daring. When he reached the middle of the bridge, he dropped straight down onto his knees on the balancing pole. Then he slowly spread his arms wide, looking down at the crowd below. In that moment, he felt like a bird soaring free, taking in a view that belonged to him alone, high above the clouds. Then he did something even more jaw-dropping. He actually stood with one foot planted on the balancing pole. Even the cops couldn't help but be impressed. Their eyes were filled with awe. After all that, he still kept going. The police figured he'd head back to the rooftop, so they quickly got ready to meet him there. But he wasn't satisfied yet. Like a rebellious kid, he turned around again, but halfway through, he suddenly stopped. Then he slowly sat down. In that moment, he seemed to be sitting on the edge of the world, a feeling that was both thrilling and dangerous. The next second, he lay flat on the steel cable. The crowd below him kept growing, and everyone genuinely admired his courage. While he was soaking in that pride and satisfaction, a seagull suddenly flew across the sky. When he saw the seagull's blood-red eyes, a bad feeling crept over him. He immediately stood up, wanting to end this unprecedented challenge. Suddenly, a screw popped out, and the man nearly lost his balance. At the same time, the helicopter overhead kept ordering him to get out of there or they'd have to use force. The deafening roar of the propellers filled his ears. After that scare, it was getting harder and harder for him to stay balanced, but the determination in his heart helped him regain his composure. He slung the balancing pole across his back, deciding to finish the last stretch the old-fashioned way. Under everyone's watchful gaze, he slowly made his way toward the finish. But the hardest part of tightrope walking is always the last 3 steps. It's like an impossible gap to cross. Most people fail right there. When he got to that final step, the cable started shaking violently, and even the safety clip began to rattle. He felt death closing in on him again. Everyone thought he was done for, but in the next second, through sheer force of will, he steadied himself. In the end, he made it. He tossed the balancing pole to the cops. Of course, he couldn't avoid getting arrested, but he wasn't afraid because he'd already accomplished the impossible, walking a tightrope between the Twin Towers, 500 meters in the air.